Yo, what's up guys? This video is going to be a little different than the others. Today, I'll be giving tips and tricks I personally use when going warrior. Now these are tips I personally used, and in the end, I feel like they helped me become better at the game. So let's go ahead and get into the tips and tricks. So in my personal opinion, Armored should never breach S2 and S3 unless he's revealed or Colossal is dead. So after Colossal breaches Stage 3 and D-shifts. I feel like Armored and sometimes Fem should go for cannons. And that brings us up to our first important tip. Jogging. Jogging for me when I first started playing Warrior was the key to not falling off the wall. Since I have my keyboard's delay set pretty low, any wrong click of A or D could make me easily fall off the wall. Also, when I first started playing Warrior, falling off the wall was one of my biggest fears. Since you'd either have to climb back up, risk wasting timer, or reshifting and risk getting in-subbed, etc., etc. Alright. Next, I'll be showing you guys my Stage 6 strat that I use if Colossal and Armored are unrevealed. So what you want to do is have your Colossal ODM to the outer gate. Maybe not as soon as the stage starts to not look sus, but that's your preference. Then have Armored shift and breach the inner gate so Fem can get through. When Fem reaches about halfway, have Colossal shift at outer, breach outer, and create a path so Fem can reach outer. All while Armored keeps attack occupied since Fem is the only one who has to escape. Now let's go ahead and get into the next tip. Now, tip number 2. Roar baiting. This is a tip I always use whenever doing shifter versus shifter. Roar baiting is pretty much whenever you feel like the person you're fighting is gonna roar, you dash out of the way. Pretty simple, but I'll put some examples on screen. Now, let's go ahead and explain why you shouldn't just spam M1 every time. As you can see here in this clip, I've just previously hit the attack with a heavy, and I've used all my dashes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slowly M1 so I can gain back a little bit of my stamina. This isn't a crazy good tip, but just something I like to do whenever I'm low on stamina. Also, whenever M1ing, unless you're dodging a heavy, refrain from just spamming your keys to dash. With the new SVS changes, you have to time your third M1 and dash, or it just won't go through. I'll put an example on screen. And this is what happens when you don't time it. You probably noticed how I was spamming my keys, but I couldn't dash. This happens to a lot of people when trying to avoid a heavy. Alright, I'm gonna be ending the video. I know this video was short and not very good if I'm being honest. But I couldn't think of any more tips, so I just said, screw it. I'm ending it here. I'm for sure gonna be making more parts soon. So if you enjoyed this video, don't worry, more parts coming soon. Warrior runs coming soon, by the way. And with that being said, I'll see you PvE gremlins later.